Hey guys, Survival here. I've got Bushcraft with me at the side. Today we're going to show you how we make our DIY rations, because we prefer to carry a compact ration that is one item you can simply grab instead of having to worry about multiple items floating around in your pack, potentially getting damaged and or leaking and taking up a lot more space instead of remaining in a neat vacuum packed state. So as you can see, we've got all our items laid out. So we have our menu slip, we have our instant coffee, we have our dessert, in this case Pop-Tarts, we have our instant noodles. Over here we have our soup, which is a Dutch curry and rice. We have our toilet paper ration, we have our vacuum bagging machine and our vacuum bags. So to start, we're just going to measure our bag. For this, we recommend using the largest item at 1.5 times its longest dimension as your starting template position, plus some extra space. So in our case, whilst the coffee might be the longest, it's got the most flex in it, because we can flex it and fold it in half, so we're not going to use it. Our most rigid item is a toss-up between the Pop-Tarts and the instant noodles. We're going to take our instant noodles because they're also the thickest. So we measure our bag, put usually most of my thumb length below it, forward. We can fit, just estimating here, yeah, we can fit almost 2 across, but just not quite. So we'll go a bit further forward, and I reckon I've actually got it to almost the right length as it is, with space to chuck not just our dessert, but also our coffee and ration across the pack. So we're going to place our bags in the machine. We're going to close it. I'm going to just tweak the length. With practice, guys, you'll work out what works for you based on what menus you have. And remember, you can cut bag off, but you can't get back bag that you've cut. So play it safe, as they say. Cut once, measure twice. And when you close the lid, you'll pull the bag in partially, hold the lid down firmly, cut your bag.
That's assuming that you're lucky enough to have a model like this. This is a phenomenal back seal model. If you've got one of the cheaper models, it might not have an inbuilt bag slicer, in which case you can use any sharp implement, knife, box cutter, and the like.
Scissors, yeah. And all I've done there is I've put the bag on the heating element, and I've hit the seal only button specifically to seal the bottom, so we can start. And you just always want to check you've got a full seal all the way across. If you really want to make sure it's durable and you've got a proper seal, you can do the following. Place it on your heater element again, off center a little bit, and double seal. That way, if anything happens to the bottom, you know the first seal didn't matter because you've got a backup seal. And remember, the outermost extremities of the bag are going to be the most likely damaged.
Just a practical use of...
So now we've got the double seal on there. We're ready to fill the bag. So now that we've got the double seal on the bag, we're ready to start filling. I always like to start putting the menu slip in first because it makes it easier to slide contents in. So we take our menu slip, we've hand annotated this one because Bushcraft decided he wanted a slightly different contents. It saved us printing off another copy. Still easy to read, but it's environmentally friendly, guys. And remember, it's good tinder for you. So we chuck that in. Now I always like to keep it towards the middle of the bag, because that way it'll always remain, and pack it so that things are flat behind it so it's still readable when sealed. And I always put it on the clear side, not the diamond side of the vac bag, for that reason as well. Guys, don't feel afraid to be a little rough with your instant noodles. It's okay, it won't hurt them. Chuck them in, crush them down just a little bit. It's all good. Put the slip back towards the centre. Chuck your dessert in. Before you chuck your dessert in, chuck your toilet paper ration in, just to keep it out of the way and protected. Then chuck your dessert in. Finally, chuck your soup in. And lucky last, chuck your coffee in across the top at the end. And you're good to go. Ready to vac bag it now. So now we simply get everything where we feel it should be. We check, yes, it's readable, it's in the centre. Now we vac bag. So we place it in the vac bag in the vacuum chamber component. We clamp it down hard, and we're going to hit the vacuum/seal button, so it'll vacuum then seal. But at this stage, it's always advised to hold it up a little and let the air out as much as possible. If it can't get all the air out, your food won't last as long, and it may not actually generate enough of a vacuum to initialize the sealing point. So here goes, guys. As you can see, it sucked a lot of the air out. This is a good thing. Any little bit of crushing doesn't matter. It's all good. It's sealing. So we've got a successful ration. So there we go, guys. We have our ration fully sealed, packaged, ready to go. Instead of being a huge pile of food, it's one slim compact package you can grab instantly in one go. Chuck it on a bookshelf, or a pantry, it'll take a lot less space than it otherwise would if they were separate items. You want to know what's in it? Simply tilt it out, read the menu, you're good to go. What do you say, Bushcraft?
I think it's phenomenal. Just one slimline unit. It means that if you need rapid deployment, you've got it there. If you want to go have a weekend with the mates, you've got pre-packaged lunches ready to roll. It's good on all accounts.
And one other thing we'd like to just let you guys know, if you look down in the description, you'll see a link to where you can actually get the template for these menu slips that we use. And as you can see on this one, if we'll get it in camera here, we've put in square brackets your name or club's name. Wherever you find that, which is up here at the top, feel free to chuck that in to personalise them, and feel free to change the contents. However, we recommend you don't change your required section unless you actually have other equipment or other methods such as proper MRE heater bags which you could chuck in. Thanks, guys. Stay safe in the bush.